Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to create the model which is required to perform our CRUD operation. Okay. So basically we are going to create one food menu model and what and all the create, read, update, delete operations we have, we will perform on the same model. So let's start. So first what you have to do, just take the new terminal. Okay. Activate your virtual environments, then change the directory to the project name. Project name is practice, correct? Okay. So now before we start the server, first we'll create the model, we'll perform the migrations, and then we'll go towards the next command. Okay. So I have created this document. You will be getting this document in the description. Okay. Inside this, I have written the code which is required to create our food menu model. So inside this model, we will be having item name, description, price, and the image URL. Okay. So basically, you would have created the tables in your SQL, right? So inside tables, you will be having the multiple columns. So here I have taken 4 columns inside my table food menu. So in the last video, we have learned we no need to create the tables by using SQL queries. Rather, we will be writing this code. Automatically, Django will generate the SQL queries to create this table. Okay. So let's start. So first we have to go to our My App, search for models.py. Here it is. So we'll create the model now. What was our table name? Food menu, right? So class food menu. Okay. This should derive from models.model. Okay. Now what in all the columns we need? We will mention all the names here. Item, name, models dot. What type of data user is going to insert in this? Character type of data. So we'll write char field. Maximum length we will mention. Maximum length is equal to, I'll just mention some 100 characters. This maximum length same like our varchar. You would have mentioned varchar of 20 characters, varchar of 50 characters, means variable length. So user can enter maximum 50 or less than that. That was allowed. So in the same way, maximum length means maximum 100 characters are allowed or less than that. So item name. Next we need description. So we will write DESC for the description. Description is equal to models dot char field. If you want description complete column name, you can mention accordingly. Okay. Maximum length is equal to 100 I will give. Next, we need the price of the item. So I'll just write models dot decimal field. You can check it out here, decimal field. So in this decimal field, we can give the maximum digits. Maximum digits, I'll give 10. Okay. And digits after decimal point 2. Okay. So maximum number we can store like 99999. Total 10 digits should be present. Here I'll just type. Maximum number which we can store is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And digits after decimal point 2 are allowed. So if you try to store 3 digits after decimal point, it won't allow. Okay. So if you wanted to store the price like this 120.55, this is allowed. Digits after decimal point 2 should be present, and overall digits maximum 10 we have given. So in this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only we have. Okay. So like that we can store the price of our food item. Okay. Next, item name, description, price. After that, image of our item. So I'll just write image URL. Or you can just mention image is equal to models dot. We have something called as URL field. Okay. So this URL field will store the URL of our image in string form. So here I am telling maximum length is 200. So you can give one URL which has maximum length 200, not more than that. You can give here 500 also if you are thinking your image URL is lengthy. Image URL means what? Let's say I wanted to search here image, means food image. If I go to the images, I have a multiple food images. So let's say I'll just right click. I'll copy the image address. Okay. So inside my code, I will paste it. So this length I'm talking about, guys. This length, number of characters should not be more than 500. That is the meaning of this. Now it is too lengthy length. Okay. We'll discuss how to copy the length of these images. You can give maximum length 5000 also. Okay. It depends up to your choice. So I have given 500 here or 5000, whatever you want. Okay. Okay. So next, item name, description, price, image. Okay, that's all. So under str method, we will override, because if you wanted to print your object, some other name if you want, this will be called. As of now, let's not override it. First, we will check what is the default value we are getting on the objects, and then we will override it. So yes, our code to create our table into the database is ready. So let's execute the migrations. Okay. Before you start the server, manage.py, make migrations, spelling is correct. Okay. Next, Python 3, manage.py, migrate means what in all the SQL queries Django has created, we are telling execute it. So migrate. Okay. So now database is ready. So we will start our server, py manage.py, run server. Yeah, it is running here. So I'll just copy this. We'll paste it out here. So if I go to the admin site slash admin slash, in the last video, we had created the super user. Okay. The same login credentials we will be using. Okay. If I log out, we can re-log in with the same username and the password. Okay. Which you have created in the last video. I guess it was in uppercase. Yeah, correct. So my username and password, both I have given Priya. Okay, you no need to worry about password should be secured. It should be strong only, not required as of now. Okay. So if I go to the students, only students table I have. What about my food menu table? It should display here, right? So if you want this table to be displayed into the Django administration, what we have to do? We have to register our table in this. Okay. So from models, import student and import food menu. Both tables we will import. Okay. So in the same way, we will write it here, admin dot site dot register which model? Food menu model. Okay. So yeah. So now if I just refresh this, you can check it out here. Food menu, we got it. S by default, we will get it. Okay. So now if I go to the food menu, if I try to add the items, you can check item name, description, price, and image URL. We can paste it out here. So let's add the item. I will add pizza. Description will add some description about the pizza. I'll just add spicy. Price of the pizza is 200 and image URL will paste it here. So I'll just search for pizza images. Go to the images. Okay. Make sure the link should be valid, guys. Okay. Otherwise, your code won't work. I'll just try to copy this one. Right click, copy image address. We'll come back here and we'll paste it. Okay. I'll just save this. So yeah, the image got saved here. This image URL, we are storing it as a string. Okay. This is not the actual image we are storing, the address we have stored. Now you can check here how it is displaying food menu object 1. If I add one more object, let's say item name is burger. Okay. Description of the item, this spicy, I'll just keep it as it is. Later we will check what description we have to give now. Price is 300. We'll search for burger images. Okay. So any random image you can pick. I will pick this image, right click, copy image address. I'll come back here and I'm going to paste it. I'll save the code. So can you see here object 1, object 2 it is displaying. I don't want like this. Item name it should display. Means pizza, burger like that name it should display on this. So for that purpose what we have to do? We have to override the dunder str method. Correct? So def double underscore str double underscore. Why we call it as a dunder str? Prefix and suffix both are double underscore and these are magic methods, guys. Magic methods means as a developer, we no need to call these methods. Automatically, these methods will be called whenever user is trying to print the objects of that class. Okay. So we will just write it here, return. What to return? So we will format the string. We'll just write it here, self dot item name. Okay. And what else you need? Let's say price also I need. So self dot item price we will write. Yeah. So we'll just save the code. Now, if I go back and refresh it, you can check item name and item price is getting displayed here. Okay. So now we have created one template in the last class, right? If I go to the templates, this is the home page. So on home page, as of now, we are not displaying anything. If you carefully observe, I'll just go to the home page. What I want now is, if user has not mentioned anything, if the URL is empty here, then home page it has to render. Okay. When user has not entered anything, then home page has to render. So for that purpose, few changes we have to do. First, target the URLs of your root directory project. Okay. So when user has not entered anything, if it is empty, see here, if it is empty, then include all the URLs of my app. Like that, this is the first change I have done in urls.py of project. The second change is, if I go to the urls.py of my app, here also I will write when user has not entered anything, okay, then you display home page. Okay. So when the path is empty, see, I'll refresh, I got a home page. So you no need to enter anything here. When the path is empty, you will be getting home page. So now what I want is, whatever the data we have stored in this model, that data I want to display here. So basically we are going to retrieve the data from our database and we are going to display it on our front end. So data will flow from database to front end. Okay. So let's see how we can do that. So first let's go inside the views.py. Inside this we'll create one view. Okay. Or this view only we will edit. Okay. So as of now, we are rendering this home.html, but we will pass some data to this home.html. Okay. From which model? From food menu model, right? So first import it from dot models, import food menu model. Okay. Okay. So from this food menu model, we will fetch all the data. Okay. So I'll just write it here. Items is equal to, what is the table name? Food menu, right? Food menu dot objects dot get. Okay. So if you write get some specific items, you can fetch it, guys. Okay. Where get the item wherever name is pizza, get the item where the item price is 200. Some specific you can target. But now I want all the items which are present into my food menu, all the objects I need. So instead of get, you can just write all. Okay. Food menu dot objects dot all. So I am telling what and all the rows are present inside my food menu table. Fetch all the rows. So actually all the objects we have. So fetch all the objects, and who is targeting to this object? Items. So actually now what will happen if I go to the items, sorry, admin site, food menu, inside items variable, inside this items variable, all these objects are present. So if you tell items dot first row, this complete first row will come and sit inside the items variable. Okay, we'll discuss about it, how it works. So as of now, do remember items is holding all the objects of your food menu. Okay, on the next line, this data, I want to pass it to this HTML document. So in key value pairs, we can pass this data. So my key is, I am telling items, and the value for this is, I'll just write it here as items. So items is a key and this variable name I am passing here. So to which document we are passing? To the home HTML, right? So let's go to the home HTML. Okay, so this is home page. I'll keep it as it is. This explore our food menu, we'll keep it as it is. We'll use the normal for loop now. Okay, so I will write for item in items. From where I got these items? I'll just close all these other files. We'll split the screen. Okay, now look here, everyone. What key name we have used? Items, right? So inside items, all these objects are present, as I have told. So on this all objects, I have used one for loop. So in the first iteration, in item, what will come? The first object will come. Means this complete object is present inside the item. In second iteration, what will happen? The second object will come. Okay. So like that, for loop is applied on items. In items, everything is present. So item dot items means first value will come into the item variable. Same like a list, guys. You might have worked with this list. Okay. So let's say the list name is here items. Okay. So here we have written for item in items. So in item, what will come first? 10 will come, then 20 will come, then 30 will come, and so on. Okay. So like that, this for loop we are using. Okay, understood. Now next what? Next I'm telling whatever is coming in item variable. Item variable. Okay, this is our item variable. Inside this, the first item will come. So for first item, we have item name, description, price, image. So we will write go inside it and display item name. Okay. Next, again I will write go inside the item, go inside the item and display item price. Okay. Next, go inside the item and display item description. Okay. Next, go inside the item and display item. Okay, URL, I will write it. What is our field name? I guess it is image only. So display the image of the item. So once you apply the for loop, you have to end the for loop. So I'll just write end for. Okay, this is your end for. Okay. So now if I save the code, if I go back and just refresh, I'll just copy and paste this URL here. Okay, this is the admin site. Okay. So we are getting the home page. You can see price, item name is pizza, price, item description, I guess I have missed. Okay. So double brackets we have to give. By mistake, I haven't mentioned here double brackets. Okay. Now this is fine. Okay. So now let's go back and just refresh this. So you can check it here. Item name, item price, item description, and this is the item image URL I'm getting. Because you only told, right? Display the image URL. So now here we have to give this URL to our image tag. Okay. And I will display this as one unordered list, guys. Okay. So you can consider this as unordered list. Okay. And this is my first list item. This is the closing of li. This is my second list item. This is the closing of li. Okay. In the similar way, wrap each of the value into one li tag so that properly it will be displayed. Okay. And closing of li. So now this item image, we have to give this URL to the image tag. So this is my image tag src is equal to, now I will give this URL. Okay. This URL we can give. Okay. Next, this is the closing of our image tag. Now I'll just save this code. Okay. We'll go back. Item name, price, description, I guess one more. Okay, let it be. So I'll just refresh it. So you can check it out. This image I am getting here, but we have to adjust the size now. Okay. So let's adjust the size. You can give height and width property. Height is equal to 200 pixel I will give. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just save the code. We'll refresh it. Yeah, we are getting the height properly. Okay. So like this, I have written height is 200 pixel. Okay, so we have fetched the data from the database and here we have displayed on our front end. So in the next video, we are going to design it. Now properly, if you check, whatever the data we have displayed, it is not structured. So we will use the HTML. We are going to use the Bootstrap as well. And we will properly align this all items. Okay. So in this video, we have created our model. Okay. First, what we did, we created the model inside the database. After that, inside the views, we fetch the data from the database. We have imported that database. We have passed that data to our home.html. Inside home.html, successfully we have created our homepage. Okay. So practice with this. In the next video, we are going to design our homepage with the help of Bootstrap. Thank you everyone and have a good day to all.